Insight.
Artist insight.
Yeah.
An insight with an artist.
Artist insight with an artist.
We want to go in depth.
My name is
James.
James.
We
want
to know what's up. Your humble host.
My name is James.
Artist insight of an artist. Let's trace itself, go in depth where it started. Moms play blues, pops play jazz. You sang in the choir, discovered your craft. You heard Rakim, or was it Lil Wayne? Deftones, what's sparked your flames? Piano lessons, bass and guitar. You love English in school, now you got bars. You used to DJ, but now you produce tracks. From sucker to swag, now how you feel about that? Artist insight was simply designed. We wanna know what's on your mind.
Come on.
Anyway, it's an interview for you. Tell us something new. You know?
Talk to us.
Inside of an artist. Artist inside. Talk to us. Talk back. Artiste. Let's go.
Hey, how y'all doing out there, F.U.L. fam? F.U.L.Podcast proudly presents Interview with an Artist, an Insight of an Artist. And today we have a writer, an author, a poet, OPAL Ingram. Let's welcome her to the show, F.U.L. fam. And how you doing today, Opal?
Hello, I'm doing pretty good.
Good. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from upstate New York, 518, Troy, New York.
518. Okay. Can you give us a little insight on your personal life?
Well, my personal life, I'm a mother of two daughters, one that's 20 and one that's 24. I'm a grandmother of a 5-year-old granddaughter, and I have my daughter just had a baby. I have a grandson about a month old.
Nice. You know, I got a grandbaby that's 5, another one that's 2, and my daughter's having another one. So life is good. Isn't it good to be a grandparent?
Yes, it is. My kids call me Gigi, so I like that.
Yeah, Gigi. They call me Papa. I want them to call me P.O.P. I think it sounds cooler. I'm just joking. So, where'd you grow up, Opal?
Well, I grew up in the Lower East Side. Call it LES. I grew up on the Lower East Side.
And that is the East Side in New York?
That's all the way in New York City. That's all the way downtown. Like I don't know if you heard FDR Drive area, East and West Village, near the village. Chinatown.
Wow. Well, you know, all that's like a foreign country to me because, you know, I'm a Cali boy and I've never been in New York. That's definitely one of the spots I want to check out. But so it's downtown by FDR. You know, what kind of neighborhood was it growing up? You know, mixed or, you know, whatnot?
Well, kind of rough neighborhood. They call it the hood. They call it Alphabet City. I lived in these parts, they were called Jacob Reed's houses. And I grew up on Suffolk Street, that's like near Delancey. In New York.
The projects, huh? There just haven't been many nice projects, you know. So, yeah, I can only expect. So you grew up there, and how long did you stay, you know?
Oh, I stayed there. I stayed there for a while. I mean, I have a kind of deep past. I had some things going on in my family. Well, my mother just, I guess, I didn't understand it. Saying it, I was older. She just left my father, you know, with 5 kids, and so I had some difficulties. I was a runaway at 12 or 13, and had some kind of life changes. But it makes me today. So,
oh yeah, you can't take any back, and you know you can just look back and learn from them. So father had to deal with 5 kids alone, huh?
Yes, I was raised by my dad. Yeah.
What
and
a
he
man,
got
what a...
like 7 years later, but
He got what? Sorry?
he got remarried like 7 years later, after my...
Oh yeah, that adds another dynamic to the family, and it can get a little challenging. I could imagine. So, what kind of kid were you, though?
Oh, kid, I was a kind of quiet kid, shy, very shy, timid. I went to PS School 160. I was just a shy kid. I didn't talk too much. Kind of like
introverted, you would say?
Excuse me?
Would you say you were introverted?
No, I introverted. I was a kind of quiet kid.
Yeah, closed in. Huh? Well, a lot of quiet kids are observant of the world, till they get it all figured out before they want to express themselves. So, as you talked a little bit about your parents and your mom leaving and your father, but would you say that they were good parents?
They were. My father was very strict. He was kind of abusive, but and my mother, she was, I really didn't see her that much, just on the weekends. So that was,
Pretty rough, huh? Yeah, I know that was the most emotionally challenged, especially for a young girl, and that don't have their mother. I'm sure that was emotionally challenging. We grew up in those 80s, and I'm sure that those times were very, very hard. A lot of people, it really roughed our family structures up at that point. So, I could relate,
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, though. When did you, as we said, that you are a writer, an author, and a poet, when did you realize that you had a gift, for writing or poetry,
Well, I have a gift. I guess I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness. My father, that was his faith. And, I don't know if you're familiar with them. We used to give talks on platform, and I wrote my first talk. And in school, I used to write a lot. I started elementary and then junior high, and I was in creative writing, and that was kind of my favorite class in high school. I used to get hundreds, and I went to the school near City Hall, New York, and it was called Satellite Academy, and I still remember that teacher. It was kind of a mentor. I just know his first name was Alan. He was my writing teacher. And he noticed a lot in my essays and my writing.
So that was a great outlet for you to express yourself, true?
Yes, it was. Writing was like a healing, I started writing just again in 2012. That's when I started writing again. 2012,
so you came back. So you left your what they say, your release valve or your venting mechanism or your outlet for a while, and you got back to it, huh? 2012, huh?
Yeah.
So were there writers or poets that influenced you? Your style, or you just pretty much work from within?
Yes, always. There's a whole bunch of them. I always loved to listen to Langston Hughes. That was kind of my favorite. I used to read all the stuff when I was a kid, and Maya Angelou and Nikki Giovanni. I used to read a lot. I read a lot. I was like a bookworm, always in the library, and that was like my trip to go to escape everything. And I still do that sometimes.
It sounds like a sanctuary, a playground for you. That's nice. Yeah. That's nice. Now, what would you and how would you rather describe your writing style? Yeah.
Well, I write. I've been told by my teachers. I write kind of like my style is like international. I can write on any subject, topic. My spiritual pieces are my most just freestyle, right? And I write romantic, passion. I have different style. A lot of stuff I write is about experiences and lessons that I had went through, in my life, because I'm a survivor of domestic violence. So I'm currently have two upcoming book projects. One is a story. I have the title Like a Rag Doll, but I'm going to call it Opal Like a Rag Doll. I've been working on this book for like 3 years, just the manuscript part. And I just recently have an editor and a publisher in mind to work with for that. And that's a domestic violence book, a lesson book. And another book that I'm working on now.
Excuse me, just a second, Opal. Can you tell me that title of that again? Because I think we might have missed it. Could you tell us the title?
Okay. Opal Like a Rag Doll. That's the...
Opal Like a Rag Doll.
Yeah. First I had to say it like a rag doll, but I decided that I might as well use my name,
Ooh, that's heavy there. Okay. Well, tell us the second one that you're working on.
The second one is memoir I've been working on since January, and it's called Black Stockings. It's
Black Stockings, huh?
Yeah. It doesn't sound like what it presents because I got that name from my cousin because my father used to have a couple hosiery stores and I guess I got that the front cover of the book is going to be called Black Stocking, and it's about a dysfunctional family and about a memoir, a short memoir. The stuff as a child, I wrote it as a 5-year-old child character all the way up to now. The book is really about me, but it's a short story.
Well, if I'm correct, and what I just got from your two books that you're writing right now, it seems that they're therapeutic for you. And my question is, have you, from the domestic violence, have you gotten any therapy?
Yeah, I got a lot of therapy. Yes, because I was I'm usually divorced 5 years. Yeah, I have a lot of therapy. A lot of people have helped me, and it was like I practically had to change my whole life around. Do a 360, leave a relationship, but I did. I was with the person for 14 years, and I mostly stayed because of fear. But I have a background because I didn't learn until I went to therapy that I was a victim of domestic violence in childhood. So I had to break the pattern, and I broke the pattern because, I'm not a victim anymore, and, I have 2 daughters.
So, Opal, you receiving therapy and writing these books that you're writing, I think it's going to be very therapeutic from the young 5-year-old to the 7-year-old girl that you're writing from on up into the grown woman. So we really appreciate that you're sharing this kind of, deeply emotional situations with us, because it could help someone else, We appreciate that. Yes. Opal?
Yes?
Yes. Yeah, I hope we didn't lose you, but yeah, we really appreciate you sharing like that. So,
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And I hopefully that the young ladies and and the women that hear this, know that it's not acceptable, and you can overcome and you can change and start over and make a new life. It's not acceptable. We really appreciate you sharing that. So right now, you got those 2 things going now with your spoken word, right?
My author work is different from my spoken word. I have 2 other things happening. The project, a CD, that's what you're talking about? The CD?
Yes. Tell me about the CD.
Okay, I have a CD I'm working on with producer Michael Brewster on the Getting Serious with It production. And he's out of Brooklyn, New York. And I've been knowing Opal for years, but he's a musician and he's a songwriter. Well, we got together with my ink and his music, and I had a piece called The Woman. And I had a thought and the idea, like 2013, I wanted it to be a song. And that's where it went, because it's supposed to be released Monday. So I've been working on it this month. And The Woman is a piece of poetry that I had wrote. I had wrote it for my mother first, around Mother's Day, 2013. And I wrote my first lyric, because it's going to be released Monday. This Monday coming, the 17th.
Nice. Now, I don't want to put you on the spot, Opal, but do you mind reciting that for us?
Yes, I can recite it.
Thank you.
The woman. Deep in my soul as I stand wide awake. The woman. I hear the rain fall and the wind blowing. I see nothing but the trees at my window pane as I stand wide awake. Deep in my heart, my feelings are hidden. I am strong. I hear the rain fall and the wind blowing. I wonder who has seen the wind. It hides, but it's there. The leaves, they flow as I gaze at the sky. I see the rain fall at my window pane. It cries for time to wash the world with light. The woman. Deep in my soul, as I stand wide awake, I hear the rain fall. I feel the breeze against my window pane. My strength lies in my emotion as I stand wide awake. And on that piece.
I love that. Let me go. I'm going to clap now. That was deep. That was deep. I know I'm going to have to play it a few times to just dissect it. So let me ask you, what were you thinking when you wrote that?
Well, I was in a time and place where I didn't want to be. I was just coming out of a situation. I was in a domestic violence shelter, and I did a lot of writing in there. So this is one piece I wrote there, and I wrote it like in a January, and then the friend Michael Brewster, he wrote some music behind it, and I wrote it for my mother for Mother's Day, and then I rewrote it and I posted it up on a note, and that's what I was thinking. So when I wrote it about the stress, it talks about the stress and the beauty of a woman, and that's what this poem is about.
It's deep. I closed my eyes and listened to it so I could really just zone out and try to let it.
So different, though, when it's sung, because I wanted it to be sung by a male, so it sounds totally different with the music and everything. I heard it already, but it fits with the music. It sounds totally different than the way it's in the poem.
So you're gonna have a male singing, huh?
Yeah, male. It's already done. He's already
done. Okay. Well, you know what I like to thought too is because we do hearing a male say it, and I respect the woman saying it too because it's just real. The black woman, first of all, I'll say, is one of the world's best resources in the world. The best kept secret. I mean, and underappreciated too. So to hear a woman say this one thing too, but it's beautiful to hear a man, humble himself and acknowledge the woman, So yeah, I can imagine it's powerful also, that way. Nice, nice. So let me ask you something. With your poetry, and let's take it to poetry. So do you find outlets to express yourself like that, like via clubs or going on showcases or, little clubs to get up and, do your thing? Are there outlets out there for you?
Yes, this year I started, I spoke at a couple clubs. There's a couple places up here. I'll just name a few. Daily Grind, in Troy, New York. That's one place that had open mic that I spoke. And at the UGA Gallery, I was at this past April, not this in last year, but I was at the World Post, upstate New York, World Post Festival. When they do the recognized poets all over. So I went to that, and I was at in June. I was at event. It was called the Dojo. It was for 518 artists, rappers, singers, poets, and I spoke there. And I'd be on like usually 5 to 10 talk blog shows a week. Usually, I'm full like with events, just poetry shows, and then on Facebook I'm on like about 40 friends groups, and then I have my own group. So I internet a lot. I put my poetry out there a lot, and I listen to other writers as well.
So tell me about since you said your group, Opal's Expression. That's your group, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So tell me about that. What you got going?
I had two groups. I had Opal Expressions, and I had another type of group, but I took that one down. But Opal Expressions been up for about a year, and I post mostly all my poetry on there, and I have the members of usually writers, other artists as well, and they put their poetry or any event, and it's been going for about a year. It's been up for about a year, and it has been great because I connected with a lot of people. That's how I internet on Facebook. I connected with a lot of writers and authors and artists as well, so we inspire one another and try to support one another.
I love it. I went on that site. F.U.L. fam, if you want to read some nice words, go to Opal Expression. It's spelled OPAL. That's her name, Expression, and you'll love that site. I'm sure you're going to get a lot of new members because I went to it and I was like, wow, this is where the creative juices just flow. People are expressing themselves, and that's the freest you can be when you can.
Yeah, sometimes I think it's kind of because as a writer, I write how I feel, so I could just go from one talking about something, and sometimes I'll just. I'll just be talking. Writing how I feel to talk. Some of it can be to the extreme, but as I guess all writers are like that. When you write, you just write. Write what you're feeling.
Well, nobody feels the same way all the time, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Nobody. Well, let me ask you a question. As far as your writing, when as far as your literature, you're trying to get out, like as far as your books and stuff like that. What is your outlet for that right now? I mean, you told me that you're working on it and you got an editor. What is going to be your way to get it out to people?
Okay, I went to school. I didn't put that in there. I went to I attended a couple workshops, creative writing workshop at the Art Center, the Art Gallery Center in Troy, New York, and I met a teacher that was in one of my classes, so she sponsored me and she helped me, get in touch with some people, and I'm trying to work with there's a publisher up here, Troy Bookmakers, in Troy, New York, Market Block Books. So that's where I'm looking at to work with. And also, I just started online. I'm going to be putting in my submission, and I'm on a couple different sites. I just started that this year, and a couple different platforms other than Facebook. So that, and then as far as my writing, I have a teacher that edits some of my work. And, I'm just trying to. I just started all this year, so.
Nice. This year, huh?
Yeah.
Well, they say you gotta live while you're alive. You know what I mean? So go for it, Hopeful. You go for it. Keep doing. Now, I would like to know, what would you give someone new, a new artist, say a new poet, that wants to get started? What would you tell them to do?
Keep writing and internet as much as possible. Get your work out and do open mic live. Like find out the different avenues you can go into. Do your poetry. And poetry is, I'm learning that poetry goes a long way. Poetry, you can write a book, you can do spoken word, you can even write a script. There's so many opportunities as a poet.
Yes, it is. Well, I'm going to ask you the same question about, an author. what advice would you give someone that just started out? You know, what would you tell them?
With me, I didn't even really start calling myself an author until my teacher, because I went in class, right? Because I thought an author, you have to be called an author to get paid, right? And so you don't have to be, I'm not published yet, but you can call yourself an author because you create your own stuff, your own work. Advice I would give is just continue writing and, you know, go for your dreams. Go for it, whatever you're achieving to do.
Just
don't
start,
stop.
You know. That's right. Just start and don't stop. Well, you know, who are some of the poets you listen to, you know, to get inspiration? Because you're educating us. You know, I don't know much about, you know, I know of spoken word, and also, of course, I know about books, but you're educating us, you know. So what poets out there should we check out, or that you're checking out right now? You know, spoken word artists. You know,
I didn't even write the names down, but I have a whole. I go on YouTube and I listen to Deaf Poetry Jam. I listen to a lot. I listen to the old and who's the older poets and the new poets. I listen to as much as I can. There's just so many names
out there.
I wrote it down, but I can't find the list. But I try to share. I just started sharing the poets that I really do like and listen to. I share it on my open expression. There's YouTube, and there's a lot of powerful poets out there that speak, you know.
Well, so, you know, but, you know, just pretty much go out there and you could search on YouTube and just put in spoken word, and you can run into, I could imagine, hundreds of thousands of talented people out there expressing themselves, you know. Well, what about authors, you know, that they, you know, some new author or something that you're into right now that, you know, or not necessarily new.
A whole bunch of them. The one that I really like is Kendrick Lamar. I like Tupac. I like mostly everything. Everybody is speaking.
Now, you can hear Kendrick too. You can really hear the spoken word in Kendrick. You know, he did that one spoken word poem on his latest album, but you can hear the way he writes that. It would be a great spoken, you know, just say poet or spoken word, and it's nothing but poetry. And Tupac was the same. He was writing poetry, you know. Exactly.
Yeah, and I like what is the name? I love Lauryn Hill, and Jill Scott. I love Jill Scott.
I love both of them, both just talented human beings.
Even though she's a singer, I love, you know, like her stuff too. I listen to her stuff, and I listen to a lot of music, and I like poetry. I like so many poetry.
Yeah, everyone you name, I just have nothing but the utmost respect for.
I like Jay-Z. I like
he's talented. He's talented. These are talented people that are pretty much masters at that craft.
Yeah.
So if you weren't right now pursuing your passions right now, what would you be doing?
Well, I'd probably be a nurse. Because I was in nursing for a while. Probably a nurse. You know, because my daughter I have both my girls are in healthcare, and my daughter's going to school to be an RN. My youngest, and my other one she works in a doctor's office, you know, medical office. But probably nursing.
Probably nursing. Well, what kind of animal, or not even animal, what do you think you were in your past life?
I don't know. I could have been. Let me think. Oh, that's a tough question. I could have been a villain or a diva. I don't know.
Not sure?
A villain or a diva or something. I don't know.
Something tells me. A panther. I don't know why I said that either. But I'm gonna stick that. That was the first thing that jumped out. Possibly a panther.
A what?
What is
it? Oh, yeah, probably. So I'm gonna tell you if I can. I'm gonna tell you a story about how I have my pen name is Poach's Mystic, which I really got that. I got a suggestion from another friend of mine. He's on my Facebook.
Can you repeat that again? What is it?
Okay, Poach's Mystic is my pen name, and that name was given to me, not given to me, it was a suggestion from another artist. His name is Wayne Z. Ingram. We have the same name, but we're not related. But he's reggae, but he lives in Florida. So we was just talking, and he said, because I was going to be on a talk show, and he says, I got a pen name for you, a name, Poetry's Mystic. First he said Mystic, and I said, wow, that sounds like me, because my life is like a mystery. I don't look like, when I tell about myself, I've been told I don't look like my story. So.
No, you don't. You don't. Wow, I like that, though. Poet is now, last question here. Where can people find you via social media outlets?
Okay, Facebook, OPAL Ingram, Troy, New York. I have a group called OPAL Expressions. You have to friend me to get in the group, though. And I'm on Instagram. That's just pictures of, and I just recently got on Twitter. I have like 2 Twitter things, but I'm new to Twitter, so I have to get a little bit update with that. That's where I'm going to try to put a lot of my poetry on.
And they can find you on OPAL Ingram on Facebook, correct?
OPAL Ingram, yes. I have 2. There's 2. One account is closed because one account I have like blonde hair, but that's the whole account. But the other one, I have the black hair because people thinking that's OPAL. I mean, that's my account, but I haven't. When you change phones, I'm not in that one. But,
well, I'm going to give you a chance to talk to the young ladies and, the young girls out here. And what suggestion would you give anyone that you know that's going through domestic violence?
Well, there's a pattern, I suggested I would give. If it's not love, no matter how much he tell you that he loves you, it's hate. I mean, it's not love, domestic violence. And you go speak up and go tell somebody. And you find somebody to tell, and it doesn't get better. Because it took me a while. They say it takes 7 times for you actually to leave. And a lot of people stay because of fear, and that's what happened to me. But have courage and, because you deserve better, Find help. There's a lot of resources out here for domestic violence. There's a lot out here. Go to your local, just leave. Because it doesn't get better, It gets worse. And then it's not just physical, because it doesn't start that way. Because mine didn't start that way. And it's a pattern. Sometimes it could be financial. Sometimes it could be physical, emotional. There's so many different things of domestic violence. And then they can enable and go through your whole family, through your kids. It can, there's a lot out there. Domestic violence is not only women. It could be a whole family. It could be kids. It could be, anybody. So if you're in a situation, and call 911, don't, and make a safety plan, especially for your kids. Make sure, because that's what happened to me. Like, they can use your kids, they can go through, and just always keep safe and make a plan, because sometimes it's not easy, and go seek help. And what I was going to say, it's not easy, though. I give a lot of courage to ones that do. And don't let nobody tell you can't, So.
Now, this was OPAL Ingram, and I want to say I'm proud of you, and you are inspiring. And F.U.L. fam out there, let's support her with every venture she's got, and I'm sure your daughters are proud of you, how you made that change. And us here, myself and F.U.L. fam, all the listeners, we got your back, sister, and we just want to look out for your work, and we want to support you. Anything else you want to say on the way out?
Have a good weekend, and thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to be on this platform. Bless and peace and blessings. Nice talking to you.
Well, we're definitely brother and sister for life. I mean, because anyone that's giving is you family. That's what we call the podcast. F.U.L. Podcast stands for Family Uniting Listeners, and this is what we got to do, family. We got to look out for each other and, you know, provide this outlook and communicate and also support each other with our ventures. We're going to sign off now. That is Opal Ingram. This is Interview with an Artist, Artist Insight. Signing off. Peace.
Insight. Artist Insight.
Yeah.
An insight with an artist.
Insight with an artist.
We want to go in depth.
My name is
James.
We want to know.
Insight. Artist Insight.
Yeah.
An insight with an artist.
Insight with an artist.
We want to go in depth.
My name is
James.
James. We want to know what's up.
Your humble host.
My name is James.
Artist insight of an artist. Let's trace itself, go in depth where it started. Moms play blues, pops play jazz. You sang in the choir, discovered your craft. You heard Rakim, or was it Lil Wayne? Deftones, what sparked your flames? Piano lessons, bass and guitar. You love English in school, now you got bars. You used to DJ, but now you produce tracks. Some suckers whack. How you feel about that? Artist insight was simply designed. We wanna know what's on your mind.
Come on.
Talk to us. Anyway.
Yeah, talk.
It's an interview for you. Tell us something new. You know?
Talk to us.
Inside of an artist. Artist Insight.